it's me, your Void. You know what I really need? More series on my TBR! If you've been around my channel for a hot second, you know that I'm incredibly bad at continuing a series, let alone finishing it. So, it would be a great idea to start even more series, right? So today, I'm talking about 4 series that I really want to start next year. Starting with something that will make a certain someone very happy, maybe even 2 certain someones, is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I have heard many people rave about this. I have heard many people say that it is incredibly weird to follow, and book 1 especially is apparently very weird and complicated and doesn't make much sense, but I usually don't have a problem if I can't follow the story if I know there is a payout at the end. Like, I had no trouble with Starless Sea. It's actually one of my favorite books ever, and that is a very complicated read where 90% of the time you don't know what's going on. So I've also heard this is incredibly bingeable. Like, I have yet to meet a person that takes forever to get through the whole series. So maybe this is the series to fix my shit, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I have book 1. I don't own the other 4 or any of the novellas follow-ups. I don't know. I know it has been expanded upon. Expanded upon. Good words! I know this is quite the extensive series and that there is like bonus material set in this world with side characters and something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this, and I will kind of low-key make it a priority to read it within the next year. I'm not putting a date on this because I need to dodge demand avoidance thingamathing things to actually read shit. Next on the list is Velocity Weapon, and by extension, the Protectorate Trilogy by Megan E. O'Keefe. This is a sci-fi series that I picked up on a whim because I decided I want to read more sci-fi, specifically sci-fi in space with spaceships and shit. And a lot of people recommended this as a easy way for fantasy readers, like myself, to get into the genre of sci-fi, because apparently this reads very much like a fantasy, just that it happens in space. And I'm very much looking forward to. I had like a skim, I think at one point I read like page 1 or something, and I flicked through it and read the title chapters, the chapter titles, and it smells like humor. It smells like the stupid kind of humor that I have. And I mean, the premise of someone waking up 300 years after the war ended, they fought on an enemy ship, and the enemy ship is completely abandoned besides the AI, and the AI is like, yeah, too bad, war has ended 300 years ago, you lost. That is my kind of humor, and I'm very much looking forward to reading this. I do need to actually pick up some of the fantasy books that I picked up. Like, I picked up fantasy books by getting fantasy books, and then I just never read them. So now I have a small stack of fantasy books in the corner waiting for me to touch them. That sounded incredibly weird. I'm leaving that in. But yeah, this is definitely one of the books that I'm most excited for. I'm anticipating this also. Like, the title is just doing it for me. Velocity Weapon. The next book is called Chaos Vector, and the third book is called Catalyst Gate. And I don't know what it is about these titles, but they sound so freaking cool. Then we have a German exclusive. As far as I know, this has not yet been translated into anything. And that is Mona. There is a subtitle to this, but I'm not going to translate it. Never mind, I'm going to translate it. This is the first book, so it's Mona and the daily greetings of the archdemon or something. Of course, every time I need to translate something, my English skills completely vanish. Checks out. This is described as a fantasy romance with bite. And I'm not making this up, that is literally what it says on the back. Fantasy romance. And the story is, as far as I'm aware, Mona is a witch and she works at a museum? Yes, she's a night security guard at a museum, and then someone is breaking in and she's like, shit, what do I do? Ah yes, summon a demon! And then this demon is not just a demon, but it's an archdemon, and she made an oopsie when summoning him, and now they are bound together, and he is not leaving her alone, and I think by the end of it, they just fall in love, and they live happily ever after? I don't know. It's a trilogy, and there is also a, like, side event story spin-off sequel situation going on with a vampire character that is in here. Vampires! And that vampire was described as being Astarion, and he has a werewolf boyfriend. So just the cast sounds amazing. Also, the author is an artist. She makes her own graphic artist stuff, shit, thing. So the book, because she's an illustrator, has like all these funny sketch pages and shit. It's very cool. I actually have some stuff because I wanted to get an arc of her high fantasy novel that is coming out now. I actually wanted to have an arc for that, but I didn't get it. So she sent me a little card. It was so cute, and there's also art of her on it. And now I feel inclined to get it. 1 second. So just so you can see her incredible art skills, like this is the cover of the book, I think, and she made tarot cards based on the characters, and that is, I think, so incredibly cool. This is all her own stuff. Like, she made all of this. This is her art. She made that for her own book, and I think that is very cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. I think this is going to be a light and quick read. I mean, it's a comedy romance, and I have learned throughout 2024 that I'm apparently a comedy fantasy romance girly. So this should hit that spot? Question mark? And the last one I'm going to talk about is actually a little bit of a cheat, because I technically already started that series eons ago. And I'm talking about the Founders Trilogy by Robert Jackson Bennett. I have the whole trilogy, as you can see. This is one of the instances where the German title and cover goes so far away from what the original title was. And I, as you can see, read book 1 before. I tabbed it. I read book 1 before, but it has been forever, and I remember that this has a kind of complicated, genius but complicated magic system, and I think at this point it's just too much time has passed for me to remember everything that happened in book 1 to enjoy book 2 and 3 the way I should be enjoying them or could be enjoying them. So I decided to reread the first book and then continue with the rest of the trilogy. Will I ever do that? Who knows? But I have all 3 books, so technically nothing is standing in my way, besides myself, of course. And that is it. Those are the 4 series I will try to squeeze in next year. I don't know if I will finish any of these series. I just know that I want to at least read these books next year at some point. This is so heavy and so slippery. Why? Sit, please. Calm the fuck down. Oh my god. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing, okay? I at least want to start these 4 series. If I will finish them, I don't know. Who knows when I will finish them. But I want to at least pick them up next year. Watch me look back on this in a year and be like, haha! Remember when? If you've made it this far into the video, leave a party cracker, some fireworks in the comments down below if you have nothing to say about the whole situation of me and my urge to start but not finish series. And I will see you in the next video. Bye! Died. Good riddance!